Yes, indeed, Omar V. That is me. I am the Ultra Maximus, and again, it is not just a name, it is an absolute lifestyle, doing the absolute maximum I can do every single day to make content for all of you, as well as live the life that I need to live outside of the comic book world. But for all of you joining us here in Comic Book Land, I want to thank you for tuning into this channel. You are watching the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. And I am the Ultra Maximus, also go by the name of Rabalmalal of this reality. Because this reality doesn't have a Dr. Doom, but you know what? It does have one of me. And you're going to click the notification bell and subscribe, because we do good stuff around here. And you're also going to like and share the video. And also, thank you to those of you who are leaving me comments after the video has ended. Much appreciate you helping me break those algorithms. YouTube subscribers, in the amount of 1,100 plus of you, are the reason why I am putting together the giveaway of giveaways called the Ultra Box. That rogue is part of the Ultra Box, as well as a whole bunch of other things in there that I've kind of teased. There's a video on this channel you should look for. I'll give you some more of the more information about what's inside the box. But it is a subscriber-only giveaway, so just know that. But one of the other reasons why you should be subscribing to this channel is some of the other content that I drop. Of course, the Raw Report is the secret of secrets, because, you know, it's everything I do as far as pickups. And then, of course, the other secret is the best kept secret in the house, the secret variant. The next episode of the secret variant will, of course, be a FOC specific show, which is it is every week in, week out. But take note, if you catch the FOMO on release day, you're going to want to watch the secret variant. And of course, I got a couple other videos on this channel that give a tremendous amount of details. And of course, that first one, of course, is the Marvel Legacy second printing homage variants, except for Thanos Earthing, which is, of course, the fifth print. And then, of course, the Marvel Hip Hop variant Platinum list, which is all 147 of them comprised in one list. And then, of course, subscribe to all of our feature channel section. People, please. Those peoples are good peoples, and they deserve your sub. And of course, the Ultra Maximus Speculation Matrix is going to be making a triumphant return here Friday night, 11:30 Central. Spawn number 1, and of course the King Spawn number 9 and 10, and then for all these subsequent Gunslingers 7 and 8. You guys are you picking these up? Scorched 5 and 6, and then of course Spawn 329 and 330 here. Well, I hope you are, because Mighty Mel V's got something cooking. And of course, follows are always appreciated, whether it be on Facebook, on IG, or on Twitter. You can find the links in the channel homepage. And of course, I am the Ultra Maximus at ULTRA MAXIMUS on IG and Facebook. And then of course, Ultra Maximus X on Twitter. I'm also on Whatnot. And if you go, what is Whatnot? Well, go ahead and download Whatnot right now. It's in the App Store as well as the Google Play Store. And of course, our soundtrack is provided by Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. Please make sure you subscribe to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio here on YouTube, Spotify, and whitebataudio.com. And then, of course, the man responsible for the sick logo work found on this channel here, many other places in the comic community. And a couple of variant covers himself. One really ill, Mr. Herd S. Eric, a.k.a. Eric S. Herd. Please give him a follow on IG as well. ComicBarricade.com, of course. Well, these are used to keep your books upright in the boxes. If you don't know about them and you want to try out a couple of them, well, use the code ULTRA, get yourself 10% off your order. And let's not forget, WantedComics.com, of course, dropping a Souza Micah, but they also dropped a pre-order yesterday for another Souza Micah variant. And if you haven't checked out what it is on their website, well, shame on you. Super Chat isn't active, but direct support can be found at paypal.me/Ultra Maximus. And I appreciate all of you guys who have made a donation to our comic book journalism endeavor over there. Welcome to the show, everybody. And of course, you always know the laid back sounds, the music of White Bat Audio, and the voice of the Ultra Maximus. What more could you ask for on a Wednesday night, you ask? Well, how about I give you guys the information here that there will be, for the first time in almost a year and a half, no Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser next week. And that is because at approximately 8 p.m.-ish, Mighty Mel V and Ninth Wonder will be touching down. And I'm going to go and scoop up my boys and make sure they get to the hotels they need to go to. And you know what? Maybe if we have enough time to stop by a comic shop or two before they close. You never know. But we'll see about going live maybe Wednesday, but maybe doing a premiere instead. I haven't worked out the details yet. But as far as right now, I can clearly tell you I'm not going live late Tuesday night because I will have a lot of things going on, getting ready for MegaCon prep on Thursday. It looks like I'm probably only going to the show on Thursday, but we'll see what happens. Geek Filter in the house. Good to see you. And of course, coffee this evening. Yeah, right. If we do a sweet, it would be pretty sick to watch us go bin diving, right? So I got to give a shout out to Mrs. Maximus. Because you guys don't understand, all right? The coffee that I'm drinking here this evening, not only is it fresh pressed, the creamer was made fresh at home. Condensed milk and some other ingredients, because there's apparently a nationwide shortage on the brand of creamer that I purchase, and it hasn't been in stores in like 2 weeks now. So my wife was like, you know what? Let's just see if we can make it, and she surely did. So homemade creamer as well. What kind of coffee, Comic Boom? This is the only one that acidically matches with me, and it's taken me years of drinking different kinds of coffee to find that Lavazza is the only one, or Lavazza, yeah, Lavazza is I think what it's called, is the only one that doesn't give me any kind of, acidity problems. But, yeah, I wish it were Italian. I don't think it is. But anyway, everybody, so we got some spoilers ahead, but I'm going to try to keep it a salt-free spoiler situation. But this is your Raw report for May 11th, 2022, and the multiversal deep dive that is Doctor Strange 2. So, Monday, I snuck out to the theater during the day. It was a really, really good scenario going to see a matinee. It's probably one of the better scenarios, better ways to catch a film. But, yep, I've got the full-blown details as far as I saw a lot going on in here. Definitely. Oh, Lavazza is Italian. Okay, cool. That's good. It's Italian. I didn't know. I did not know. But it's definitely, I go for their light roast, so it has the maximum amount of caffeine. It doesn't have all the caffeine cooked out of it. But you know what's funny enough is my ADHD allows me to go to sleep even after drinking copious amounts of coffee. You guys know after the show's over, I usually crash. But it's also because it's been a long day. But the multiversal deep dive. All right. I'm not spoiling anything from the movie for those who haven't seen it yet, so rest assured it's going to be okay. I will say a lot of things are causing me to think differently about different specs and just basically different ways that this is going to work. Because going forward, they are definitely teeing up some very interesting things. But I will say this, Patrick Stewart's performance, we knew he was in the movie, so I shouldn't be spoiling anything for you here. Patrick Stewart's performance definitely was amazing. Elizabeth Olsen definitely did very, very well in this movie. But there's a lot of supporting cast, a lot of unknown people, and unknown characters that just... Yeah, I mean, obviously he's in the trailer, Geek Filter, but some people still live in La La Land under a rock, if you know what I mean. But this was great. The different Christine was also pretty cool. And, of course, the character of Wong. And I got to say this about Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi has a way of doing things, but his Evil Dead persona, for sure. The Evil Dead side of Sam Raimi is really what carries this movie. if you understand, like, you can totally tell the director when you see the way this film is shot. A lot of the, the stop and then the close, they get closer. Just the effects on the cinematography alone show Raimi, but his zombified Strange, definitely a very, very cool thing. And of course, that was in the trailer, so you knew that was in there. I'm just trying to think of what else I can talk about without spoiling things. Oh man, so this is definitely oh, 78 points. Yeah, universal barriers is definitely different than a border, just crossing a border. But anyway, nonetheless, there's a lot of things about this movie that, of course, society wants to see. I want to see this in this movie, or I'm not going to, support the characters. Okay, whatever. Right here, this is a dead giveaway of something that actually happens in the film that I thought was pretty wild, and that is Strange has a piece of another Strange from a different universe, and it's now stitched onto his back. So a lot of things, again, a lot of moving pieces in here, but man, let me tell you, this is where Sam Raimi definitely let his style come through and just totally just nailed it. All right, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are probably going to be pretty upset at me for the next thing. But of course, adding in the opening of like 180 million at home plus the 265 elsewhere, this movie opened to $450 million despite being boycotted in a couple of countries. So, I don't know about that lager style, but I will tell you that Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine is probably the best part about the movie. Comment below. Let me know what you thought about the movie. Now let's talk about some other things going on here. Let's see. I just ruined the movie for a bunch of people. Anyway, our book of the week on the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, I do like to have a honorable mention, then a runner-up, and then our book of the week. So we're going to start off with the honorable mention here, which I'm going to give to the Bunny Mask. Hollow Inside #1, Raphael Albuquerque, 15-copy incentive variant. Look, if you didn't read the first volume of Bunny Mask from Aftershock, you're probably going to be a little bit lost. But let me just point out to you that there's two different mask cutout variants from Bunny Mask. There is the #1 first print, and then there is the issue #2 second incentive, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's an incentive variant. But anyway, those Bunny masks are very funny variant covers. This being the second volume, I assume the book was very popular amongst the Aftershock readers. And there may also be an ambassador variant for this book. If the Bunny Mask ever does take off, definitely a book to be on the lookout for. Now, the runner-up for the book of the week, I gave to Grimm #1 with the Jenny Frisian 1 in 100 incentive variant. And look, it's very easy for a Frisian cover to be one of the 3 books that I choose every week, right? Well, this week it was a little bit harder for her to beat a book, but I will comment on one thing. The runner-up and the book of the week both have a very, very similar theme when it comes to the art on their covers. And of course, that probably is a dead giveaway as for what the book of the week is this week. I mean, really, coming hot off the tail of the show, Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, an anthology book, multiple stories written by different creators, different artists. This hit. And then, of course, Jeff DeCall doing a 50-copy incentive variant also isn't too shabby. All the variants for this was good, though. Liger style, if they did that, then they would be the DC universe and be making all of the bad moves. Nobody wants to see Jimmy Hudson first. Nobody really wants to even see Jimmy Hudson. I mean, I'll be honest, I was out of comics for a while and I didn't even know who the hell Jimmy Hudson was. I had to look it up. Blaze Publishing, is giving us our first publisher of the evening, giving Belit and Valeria #1. And this is an interesting title because, well, you know, it's two people from Conan's Hyperborea world teaming up with each other, and, well, you decide. Here's your #1 cover D. Of course, this is your Mad Love swipe, right? There's a lot of afters on this one. I thought this was a pretty cool looking variant cover, although there was a lot of other covers going on with this. Cover E is your blank. This is your 10 copy incentive. This is your 20 copy virgin. This is your 30 copy Lee Relieve virgin. And then this was your 40 copy, I guess it's Buscemi. It's just like Steve, but only without the S. I don't even know if Steve Buscemi spells his name with an S. I think he does. But anyway, here's your Buscemi 40 copy incentive virgin. Probably going to be a pretty tough hunt out there, unless there's a lot of people who went hard on this book. But here's your 50 copy incentive, which is your black and white. They also did this FOC 25 copy Lee Relieve virgin sketch, which is kind of wild because it's got kind of like the watercolor in the background, but the Lee Relieve sketch stuff in the foreground. So yeah, you decide. AC Comics dropping FemForce #196. Then we've got Advent Comics. Yeah, see? Buscemi with an S. Buscemi has an S. I don't know why that one doesn't. Throw me all off. And with a keg broken down into miniature cans for abs. This is Southside #3. And then this is War Guard #2. Wrapping it up for Advent. Aftershock, as said, spinning us with Bunny Mask Hollow Inside #1. There's your cover A. There is your cover B with your mask variant. So the other ones were just the mask, if I recall correctly. This one's a lot more. Mask and hair. And then this is your 15 copy incentive variant. The Ocean Will Take Us hits us with issue #2. Ahoy Comics. Guilt #2 of 5. American Mythology Productions. So this is the American Mythology blank sketch starter pack. Augie and Cockroaches comp for issue sign pack. Victor Crowley Hatchet Halloween 3. So this is Halloween Tales 3 actually. This is the Cover E Century Edition. So this book came out a while ago, but this is a 100 copy Century Edition as they call it. Willy's Wonderland Prequel #1 Promo Card Edition. And that's going to finish it up for the Willy's Wonderland. Next up, we've got Antarctic Press giving you the Gold Digger #288. Planet Comics #5. And Spectre Man Heroes #1. That's your cover B. I don't know why they didn't show the cover A, though. So it's a weird situation. Like, did they drop the cover A already? Did I talk about the cover A previously? Quite possibly. Archie Comics giving us Archie Meets Riverdale one-shot cover A. And then here's the cover B. Ben Caldwell. This is Archie Showcase Digest #8 New Kids Off the Wall. Off the Wall. Artists, Writers, and Artisans dropping Devil's Highway Volume 2 #1. So there's your cover A by Schoonover. And then this is your Deodato Jr. B cover. Joneses #2 of 2. Behemoth dropping Blind Alley number 1. Blind Alley number 1, cover B. Dark Breach number 2. Heavy Metal Drummer number 4, cover A. Cover B. No Holds Barred number 6. And then here is the cover B. And then we got Stargirl number 2. Cover B. Cover C. Cover D. Comics Experience, also known as CEX. Past the Last Mountain number 2. And there's your cover A. Loose Lips Might Sink Ships on the cover B. Now I don't know if this counts. I can't tell if that's supposed to be digitized like an 8-bit variant, or if that's just supposed to be blurry underwater type of thing. Past Last Mountain number 2, cover C, and then the Edwards variants have this kind of like soft pastel color to them. Cutaway Comics dropping the Omega number 2. Here's the cover B. And then here's the cover C, which is a wraparound. Paradise Towers, Paradise Found number 1, cover A. I don't know why that's not the right cover there. No. I went looking for the right cover. So the deal was that that cover B wasn't actually shown, even though it said cover A. Cover B, I don't think released today. Good to see you. Fantagraphics, of course, dropping the Red Room Red Room Trigger Warnings number 3. Now this is also very weird because they showed a cover A, showed a cover B. They did not show a cover C, but this is the cover D. And at one point, the cover D FOC'd twice, and none of the other books did. Really weird. Also really weird, unannounced for a lot of you guys who maybe haven't been paying attention, but Nottingham went to issue 7 of the 5-issue miniseries. Yeah, they did that with issue 6. You know, they just announced issue 6 of 5, and then there's issue 7 of 5. Will it keep going? Let's find out. But here's Mad Cave, and then they give you a cover B. Black and white sketch variant. Truth and Faith apparently really likes Red Room 3. Let's drink some coffee to that. And quite possibly one of the coolest publishers to pop up in the comic book realm lately. Yeah, it's another arc. It's got to be another arc. I mean, why else would they? Why else would they do? You know, more issues and keep going. But there's a lot of people who really like Nottingham. The Frank Frazetta Death Dealer is probably one of the coolest books being released in a while. And Nate said it's going to 10. And let's see what happens when they hit 10, Nate. Right? Because they may change their mind again and want to go to 15 and then to 20. So this right here, the cover A, Bianchi, not bad, but the Frazetta. But this is what blew my mind about this, right? They did Frazetta on the B cover, but then they gave you a 5-copy blank, 10-copy by Dan Panosian, and then, right? Geek Filter, the Del Otto 15-copy incentive here, and then the 20-copy Panosian, and this right here, 30-copy incentive Del Otto Virgin Death Dealer number 1. Whew. I don't know what to say, but Del Otto's artwork obviously on this is pretty cool. Number 2 has already FOC'd as well. So if you are into this kind of thing, if you are into the Opus titles, you should see some of the stuff that's on the previous episodes of the Secret Variant, like a Joe Satriani comic. Yeah, pretty cool stuff coming from Opus. Yeah, none of those covers are bad, Omar. Like, not a single one. Rebellion. And this is your 2000 AD August 2021 program pack. I guess it's a wraparound variant. This is your July 2021 program pack. The June 2021 program pack. September 2021 program pack. Black Death and Devils and the Devils of Al Kadesh. It's a one-shot. Monster Fun Halloween Spooktacular, even though we are 4.5 months away. Yeah, so 78 points. You are absolutely correct. The Bill Sienkiewicz issue number 2 variant. Yeah, it's some fire. Straight up fire. Red 5 comics, of course, comics that are fun. Carriers number 5, cover A. Carriers number 5, cover B. Anybody reading Carriers? It's about pigeons. Titan Comics dropping the Illumination Presents Minions Mini Boss. He's not Mini Boss no more. He's Big Boss. Vault giving you Human Remains number 8, cover A. And then here is your cover B. And how are they not dead in the middle of that field by some of them things that be eating people in that series? I haven't read it. West of Sundown number 2, cover A. Cover B. Cover C. And then this is your 10 copy incentive. Zenoscope. Now, I showed you this one last week because it was supposed to be out last week. It was supposed to be one of the May the 4th Be With You variant covers. But apparently this one got delayed. Maybe you saw it in stores today. Robin Hood Hearts of Darkness one-shot cover A. Cover B. And then your cover C. We're on to Boom Studios. Grimm number 1, cover A. Then they went foil for cover B, but there was trade dress on that one. Cover C is the Frisian. Cover D was the 25 copy incentive foil Jenny Frisian. The 50 copy Del Mundo. The 100 copy, the FOC Reveal variant by Jay Lee. The 75 copy FOC Reveal variant. And then the 100 copy FOC Reveal Jenny Frisian variant. Oh yeah, this is the unlockable. So I want to remind everybody, if this Grimm thing really is taking off the way that it's appearing. Now we all know, number 1 went to second print before it even released. So it's usually a sign of a couple of things. If you're going to be on the side of believing everything's on the up and up, it's a sign that there were more orders for Grimm number 1 than they had copies printed because the books go to print before FOC. That means that the demand for issue number 1 was higher than they expected, and they went to second print just to cover themselves, meaning that the second print will hopefully drop sometime around the same time as issue number 2. Or you do a second print to make it look like you sold out of issue number 1, and then people go and flock to buy out issue number 1. But just remember, she first appears in after the new Alice Ever After. This character first appears in the back of that Alice Ever After number 1. I don't think Boom dropped it in any other books either, that week at least. Mighty Morphin, number 19. And if I am wrong about that, if you can tell me what other books have the Grimm preview in them, let me know. Mighty Morphin number 19. And as you guys know, this is a legacy Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 92. 10 copy incentive by Inyuk Lee. 15 copy incentive by Carlini. Cover E, 25 copy incentive, Colada. So lager style, yes, really. There's a preview for Grimm in the back of Alice Ever After #1. But remember this. The black and white Jeff Scott Campbell 50 copy incentive was distributed at the 10 copy ratio. The Virgin Campbell was distributed at open order, supposed to be a 10 copy incentive. And the trade dress Campbell ended up being distributed at 50 copies. However, the 50 or the trade dress Campbell FOC was backfilled. Really crappy situation with that book for a lot of people, especially people who spend big money. Who knows? Maybe it might fix itself. But anyway, Mighty Morphin #19 had this 25 copy incentive here. Not bad, right? But then, of course, you have your FOC reveal variant and then the Virgin 10 copy incentive of the reveal. But this is your unlockable. So your unlockable is most likely your one per store. Seven Seekers #17 with your cover A. And then here's the cover B. This is the 10 copy Mercado incentive variant. And then your 25 copy incentive by Allen. Dark Horse Comics, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Forgotten Myths, #3 of 3. Avatar, Adapt or Die, #1. And for all of those who went to see Doctor Strange, you saw that they finally have a trailer for The Way of the Water, which means that the Avatar stuff is going to really, really start to ramp up in the next couple of months. This is, I guess, a warning. Just a heads up. Jenny Zero, Volume 2, The Homeland Insecurities. Norse Mythology 3, #4 of 6, cover A. Norse Mythology 3, #4 of 6, cover B by Mech. Tales from Harrow County, Lost Ones, #1 of 4, cover A. Tales from Harrow County, Lost Ones, #1, cover B. Wrapping it up for Dark Horse. So you guys know what time it is? It's time for Dynamite! So for those of you who really are not interested in all these alternate covers that are coming up from the Dynamite publisher, now's the time for your smoke break, your bathroom break, your drink break, whatever you need to do. Just come back. It's going to take me probably about 5 minutes to run through this, maybe a little bit less. Betty Page, Alien Agenda, #3, cover A, and that's your Linsner artwork. Burns on the B cover. Not too bad. Bring on the paper shortage! You know what? At least we can all be like, okay, we're not going to get rid of the good comic books in a recycling scenario, but we will round up all of the worst artwork Dynamites in every store's back issue bin and donate those. Okay? Just on. Yeah, so Truth and Faith, thank you for that. Norse Mythology being on book 3, however, means that there's 2 other volumes and 12 other issues that come before that need to be looked at, and I'll get around to it. I just don't know when I will have time. I got an animal knocking on the window too that she's gonna have to wait. Betty Page, Alien Agenda, #3, cover D by Broxton. And then there's your cosplay. This is your Broxton 10 copy black and white, 20 copy Rue black and white, 25 copy Broxton Virgin, Rue Virgin, cover J, which is your black bag variant. So you know what that means. The cover K is your Linsner Limited. Cover L is your Burns Limited. Cover M is your FOC bonus Sealor original artwork. And then there's your 7 copy incentive Virgin. 7 copy cosplay FOC incentive Virgin. 7 copy Linsner black and white. 11 copy Burns black and white. And then the 11 copy Linsner red tint. On all those were FOC books. And then we're on to Immortal Red Sonja. Now, Again, with Dynamite, some of these books, if you're ordering direct from Dynamite, some of them may be delayed or they all might be released in the same day. But most cases, it's like they drop a whole bunch of them, but the limited variants, for whatever reason, they get like a week delay. I noticed that in previews distribution, but who knows? Just make sure you get your names down for them if you want them. Immortal Red Sonja, number 2. David Nakayama. Probably one of his better covers. The detail on the chainmail shirt is fire. And here you go with the Yoon variant, the Linsner, the Leary Lee. Cosplay. The Leary Lee 10 copy 10 copy black and white. The 15 copy Linsner line art. The 20 copy cosplay. 25 copy incentive Leary Lee Virgin. 30 copy incentive Yoon Virgin. The cover K is your Linsner limited version. The Nakayama limited version. So this is probably one of those books, again, that, like I said, is going to be delayed about a week. Immortal Red Sonja with the cover M FOC bonus Jim Lee homage. Ultraviolet Leary Lee. 7 copy FOC incentive Yoon black and white. 7 copy Nakayama black and white. 11 copy FOC Lee homage Virgin. 11 copy Nakayama black and white Virgin. Leary Lee UV Virgin. 15 copy FOC incentive Linsner red tint. Vampirella Strikes number 1, cover A by Perillo, and then here's your cover B by Segovia. The cover C by Yoon, cover D by Caldwell, cover E is your cosplay, cover F is your blank authentics in red. Do you like this? Cover G is your 20 copy Perillo tint. Cover H is your 25 copy Perillo incentive virgin. I'm sorry, that's your cosplay virgin. My notes are wrong. And of course, I have an animal pounding on the window outside here. Vampirella Strikes number 1, cover I, 30 copy incentive. Cover J is your 40 copy incentive. Black and white. 50 copy Segovia Virgin. This is your cover L signed Atlas edition. Cover M is your premium metal. And then this is your Perillo limited version. The Yoon limited version. 10 copy incentive Turner icon. Jim Lee bonus FOC homage by John Royale. Cover R is your FOC bonus Perillo UV. And then cover S is your 7 copy incentive Caldwell black and white. Cover T, 11 copy Perillo FOC incentive Ultraviolet Virgin. Caldwell Virgin. Lee homage Virgin. The 15 copy FOC incentive Turner icon Virgin. Cover X is your white authentics blank. Cover Y is the black. Combine that one with the red, you got some pretty cool things. I'll be right back. I gotta take care of the animal, otherwise it's gonna wake up the whole house. Stay tuned. I don't know about thrilling animal action, but it's definitely animal action. Distraction, more. But now I've let the animal that throws up a lot because she eats too much in the house. Hopefully she doesn't wake up the rest of the house by, getting sick. But anyway, let's get the show on the road. So, continuing on where I left off was IDW Entertainment, which gave us G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 292 with the cover A. The cover B, probably one of my favorite G.I. Joe covers of all time just because of how hilarious it is. Dr. Mindbender and Cobra Commander on one of those casino carts. Yeah. And then here is the 10 copy incentive by Kissel. G.I. Joe Real American Hero Saturday Morning Adventures number 3 of 4 with the cover A. Cover B by Phil Murphy. And then this was your cover C. 10 copy incentive. And, you know, if they're doing this on issue 3, and this was the G.I. Joes, maybe Mighty Mel V will get his wish. Maybe issue 4 will have Cold Slither. Kill Lock Artisan Wraith, number 3 of 7. And of course, Livio Romandelli delivers. Sonic the Hedgehog Imposter Syndrome, number 4 of 4, cover A. 4 of 4, cover B. And then here is the 10 copy incentive. Don't tell my son, please. Star Trek Discovery Adventures in the 32nd Century, number 3 of 4, cover A. And then we've got Star Trek Discovery Adventures in the 32nd Century, number 3 of 4, cover B. Your 10 copy incentive by, believe it or not, everybody, this guy here in the chat with the last comment, thrilling animal action, Mr. Geek Filter. Yeah. Yeah, everybody would flip for a Cold Slither cover, wouldn't they? Let's see what they got up their sleeves for issue 4, huh? But Geek Filter, congratulations on yet another awesome Star Trek Discovery Adventures in the 32nd Century 10 copy incentive variant. So hopefully IDW keeps you around. Have you ever considered doing some Marvel work? Transformers: The Last Bot Standing, number 1, cover A. The cover B by Alex Milne. I should have picked that one up because that's pretty awesome looking, but I didn't get that one. The Last Bot Standing, number 1, cover C. And then here is the cover D. And the 10 copy EJ Sue incentive. That's the one I wound up with. Of course. Image Comics dropping crossover number 13 with the cover A and the cover B. And believe it or not, there wasn't any variants other than the B cover. 8 Billion Genies number 1, cover A. Cover B by good old Jenny Frisian. And then, I'm sorry, that's Frisian and Seeley. And then here is the Shalvey cover C. 10 copy incentive. The 25 copy incentive. And then this is the 50 copy incentive. All the animal fun. Well, Geek Filter, you are running out of time on Transformers and G.I. Joe over there. No, there's 5 covers for him, Liger style. The incentive was the 5th one I showed, unless I deleted one on accident. But yeah, there's 5 covers. So what they did is they showed the A cover and then the incentive, and then they went back and introduced a B, C, and a D cover, which was pretty wild considering how they did that. And it was really, really tough trying to get through FOC trying to locate those books too. Farmhand number 17. Okay. Image firsts. These are all reprints of old Image books. We're starting with Aerosmith, Astro City, Death or Glory number 1. Department of Truth number 1, Descender number 1, East of West, Firepower, Hack Slash, Homesick Pilots, I Hate Fairyland, Kill or Be Killed. Little Bird, number 1. Middle West. Monstrous. Noctera. Paper Girls. Radiant Black. Scumbag. Spawn. Walking Dead. The Wicked and the Divine. Lady Mechanica Monster of Ministry number 4 of 4, which is not an image first, but yeah, all those other ones were actually reprints of image number 1s for $1. That's why there were bundles of 20. But back to the Lady Mechanica Monster of Ministry number 4 of 4. Here's your cover B by Saya Ohm. This looks like Saya Ohm, doesn't it? Or is that a Benitez? There's your 10 copy incentive. Loaded Bible, Blood of My Blood, number 3. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. This is your cover C. The cover D. And your cover E by Cuddles. 78 points of articulation. What do you think about this one? So this was weird because last week, Sweet Paprika number 9 cover A was on distribution list as being released, but covers B, C, D, and E apparently were delayed. Noctera. Oh, where's the cover A? Oops, I deleted cover A. Noctera cover B and cover C for issue number 10. Spawn 329 cover A. The 329 cover B, which of course is your blank sketch. So 330 will be your black blank variant. Cover C for Spawn 329. And then we've got Scorched, number 5. This is your Matina cover A. Cover B, my McFarlane, of course, with the whole completing the old connecting variants for X-Men number 1, of course. FOC just showed another one. And then here's your Scorch number 5 blank. So Scorch number 6, of course, will be the black. Time Before Time, number 12. Cover B. Cover A for Walking Dead. Cover B. Cover C's Platt. And cover D by Adlard. So again, this is another one of those books that showed broken up. So Liger style, I'm not looking at them right now, obviously. Issue 2 has the Vitruvian Rodimus variant. That's the only one I'm really kind of concerned with. But we'll see. DC Comics dropping. Oh, I'm going backwards. Look at that. Wrong way. Wrong way. DC dropping Batgirls number 6. That's your cover A. This is your Cho cardstock variant cover B. They also had this one, the Audrey Mock cover C. And then this was your Rian Gonzalez 25 copy incentive. Urban Legends number 15. Cover B. And then the cover C. Riley Rossmo. Blood Syndicate Season 1. Now, this is a book, again, another one of the milestone books. I don't know if they've been... I don't know what they're doing over there at DC. They're up to a whole lot of, not knowing. Because the milestone books should really have been receiving a lot more push. But what do I know? I'm just a fan. But Blood Syndicate Season 1, number 1, cover B. And then here is your cover C. Raza 25 copy incentive. Future State Gotham number 13, cover A, Simone DeMeo. Cover B, Mike Bowden. The I Am Batman number 9. Here is the Gerard Zaffino cardstock variant. And then this is your Mateus Manhanini number 9's 25 copy incentive. Jurassic League number 1. Cover B. Here's your 25 copy incentive. It's Walt Simonson at least, so it's kind of a cool artist, but Justice League versus the Legion of Superheroes number 3. Cover B. Naomi Season 2 number 3. Sandman Universe Nightmare Country number 2. Cover A. Mateus Manhanini. Sandman Universe Nightmare Country number 2. Cover B. Sorrentino. 25 copy Francisco Mattina. And then this is your 50 copy Mattina foil. And like I said before, that dude uses a hell of a lot of dental floss and toothpaste. Suicide Squad, get Joker number 3. Cover A. Cover B. Now, this showed to be on the list for distribution according to Lunar, but I see some places didn't get it. Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 11. Cover B. And then the cover C, Brian Ching, cardstock variant. And then Dan Mora's 25 copy incentive. Also shown, but not shown in some of the bigger retailers. So Lunar said this one was released, but Wonder Woman number 787 cover A. And then the John Boy Myers cardstock variant. So let me know. Did your stores get these? Or were they shorted? Marvel. Captain America, Symbol of Truth, number 1. The Oliver Coipel variant cover, the open order though. Then these the Bustos Stormbreakers variant cover, of course, with Discover Latveria. Symbol of Truth, Laraka Fortnite variant. Scotty Young's variant. I like this one. Torrin Clark's 25 copy incentive. 50 copy Coipel Virgin. Looked amazing. Hulk versus Thor, Banner of War number 1. So this is the Banner of War Alpha. This is the Ron Lim variant cover. And then this is the Bradshaw. I'm sorry. Oh, not the Bradshaw. This is just the Shaw variant. Connecting wraparound, it looked like. The Von Eden Hulk Smash variant. The Mjolnir Crash variant. I like this one the best just because of kind of what goes on in the book. This actually happens inside the book. Like this scene, the verses thing. It's pretty cool. And then the Stegman variant. High copy. A high ratio incentive, of course. Yeah, you know, I can't lie either. I did enjoy the read. I did enjoy it. It was one of the books I was actually able to read today. King Conan number 5. And then, of course, King Conan with the fairy variant. Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood number 1. The Bachelor variant. And that was actually pretty cool because it actually is part of the read inside. This is also Stan Sakai. I think it's pretty cool. But Jeff DeCall, everybody. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are like all about him and like just do everything they could possibly find of his, and especially his early stuff. So he's got a long career for sure. But I make jokes about Ben Oliver being the Gucci version of DeCall. Lord of Brooklyn, it was alright. If you're into Marvel Universe stuff, it was definitely a good read. Shang-Chi number 12. Lots of variants too. The Mooney variant though looks fire. I actually really like that variant. The Ron Lim Skrull. Oh, see, the coffee isn't working. Supercharged. I mean, it's my second cup of coffee, guys, and I'm yawning here. Shang-Chi number 12, the Ruan Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage variant. And then we got Star Wars, the Halcyon Legacy number 3. There's the cover B, which is your slimy connecting variant. And then the Wu variant. What If Miles Morales number 3. And this is, of course, What If Miles Morales became the Hulk. 10 copy incentive. 25 copy incentive. X-Men 11. And like Pepe Larraz is the new Jim Lee, everybody. If you didn't know, you know now. Carnero with the Stormbreakers variant, which I picked up all of these, and because of that red back cover, these are all haggard copies at my LCS. I couldn't buy one. X-Men number 11 with a Garon Scroll variant. And then here is your Wernick trading card variant cover. That's going to wrap up the new releases, everybody. So the show's just starting. It's time for your Raw Report update. Spoilerific things come to mind, so don't request anything that can't not, be undone. 527 is a short ways away, everybody. I just want to remind you that is currently, 15 days. So, because it is now 5/12/2022 here on the East Coast, and because they decided to push back the release 2 days, we're not going to get our Taste of Obi-Wan until Friday, but we're going to get a double episode, so it's going to be a 2-hour event. But unfortunately, what you guys have become accustomed to on the Wednesday Night Comic Book Pressers, of course, are the Disney Plus shows releasing at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. Me watching them as soon as possible and reporting to you that day. I'm going to lose that advantage, everybody. For that, I'm sorry, but that just means you're going to have to tune in to Drunken Chat. But this is what a lot of people have been waiting for. Let's just hope that the Disney Plus experience lives into the hype. There's a lot of people who are like really, really, really speculating on a lot of things that could happen in this Obi-Wan series. Some of the theories are almost as outlandish as the ones from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which I wanted to really openly rip on all of those at the beginning, but I didn't. So I'm looking forward to this one. I hope you are too, because this appears to be the Star Wars event outside of The Mandalorian that, because again, remember, The Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi. This is stuff that takes place before A New Hope. Don't doubt the Daughterman. And I'm sorry, guys, I really didn't have a whole lot going on to be able to scope a whole lot of news stories for you, because I actually have a lot going on, and I didn't really want to venture too far outside of my norms. So, you know what? Russell Dauterman, I got to commend you, man. Everybody's got their thing, right? Todd Nauk has his headshot variants. JTC has been doing his negative space. Dauterman does the costumes cover. It's what I'm collecting his stuff for. So shout out to you, Dauterman, for keeping it real and doing your thing. No matter how many different books you're going to do this on, you've done great. And everybody is, there's a lot of comments. I mean, look how many people like this. Over 13,100 people liked it. Do you guys really think 13,000 copies of this book are going to get sold? Just this variant cover? And everybody's going to want that cover, Lager style. It's the reason why I showed it to you guys. Because as you can see, if you can still see, they are in my background still. I'm with them too. Now, I won't be back next week with more news unless I go live from the floor. So subscribe to the channel, because you don't know what's going to happen next week. But again, there is no presser next week, everybody. And if there is a presser, it's going to be a very short one. It's going to be midday-ish. So don't count on anything being too crazy. But follow me on the old social medias, and of course any Instagram or newsworthy posts or Facebook newsworthy posts. send it my way. Tag me. Leave me a comment below. All right. So what does that mean? Well, it's time to go here. Let's get into the spec matrix, everybody. Let's talk about some things going on this week. The recommended read. I mean, of all the books that came out this week, this is the only one that I was like, I gotta read it. I gotta read it. I gotta read it. I didn't really have more than about 15 minutes to read books for the show tonight. Spent a lot of time with the family this evening. We went to dinner. It's actually my son's last day of VPK. He goes back on Friday for graduation, so he's got the day off tomorrow. So he's actually he's couch surfing with the wife. They were watching movies and TV, and they fell asleep on the couches. So gonna be an interesting day for us tomorrow. So yeah, I got family at home. So cool stuff going on. I'll read more stuff when I can, obviously, but this is definitely the read of the week. Just on buzz through my friendship circles. Now, the Raw Report versus. What did I do for you guys last week? Huh? What did I ask you what was going to happen this week? I gave you 250 copy incentives. And said, hey, look. While the Grimm on the right by Del Mundo may not be the highest ratio. Time to actually read the books. Yeah, you know, that's actually how it works, Geek Filter. I wish I had more time. I wish I had a time stone like Doctor Strange. But of the Death Dealer versus the Grim Reaper, which these two would you go with? I mean, this is a toss-up for a lot of people. But I think I know a lot of people are going with the Grim because it's a brand new character. And I believe the Death Dealer has appeared in comic books before. But Nate, you're saying the Death Dealer. So I'll leave you with a little bit of a less hard on the pocket variant battle for next week. And that is Alice Ever After with the number 2 Adam Hughes FOC reveal variant. Wow, a lot of you guys are on Death Dealer for that one. That's crazy to think. But Silk number 5 with the Wu Na Young variant. Wow. And they made it open order, which was even crazier to think about. It's not an incentive variant. Neither is the Alice Ever After. It is an FOC variant. But both of these are your open order chases next week, everybody. Let me know which one you thought of in the comments below. Okay. As we continue to dive into the Ultra Maximus speculation matrix, which is just my brain, I give my overview on what I think the heat of the week is. You can either agree with me, disagree with me, send me hate mail, whatever. But the Bullet and Valeria variants. 10 copy, 20 copy, 30 copy, 40 copy, 50 copy, and 25 copy variant. You know, this is just one of those things. Like a Blaze Publishing, I don't think we're going to find out how the spec pans out on some of these indie books from a Blaze until years down the road. Is a Blaze going to continue to be putting out just amazingly built? I mean, if you guys see the books, the cardstock variant, the cardstock for the covers is amazing. The books really are very well made as well. So take with it what you will. But I think some of those variants also have some really good art. Bunny Mask, of course. The Mask variant. And the 15 copy. Awesome Sauce Radio in the house. Good to see you, my man. Right now we're going through the heat of the week. And then we'll be talking about FOC and wrapping up the show. And I'll be seeing Blind Adam next week. And if he can hang out at the airport and like catch some food and get his bags together, then I got him a ride. But if he's in a hurry to get to the hotel, then I'll have to catch him later. But anyway, Victor Crowley's Hatchet, Halloween 3, number 1, the Century Edition. There's only 100 copies of this book. I love this book. Just because the cover. All these Planet Comics reprint, the Antarctic Press thing, I think print to order is kind of a concern for a lot of people. Jones's number 2. Past the Last Mountain, again, the cover D, Edwards variants, very soft art style. Red Room trigger warnings. Bitcoin is the monster, everybody. Nottingham. And of course, as we were talking about Death Dealer just a second ago, all the covers. All of them. All of them. Oh, and that one was only a 30 copy incentive, actually. And then the Grimm covers, too. Cover-wise, these are all very good artistically. And if you read the story premise is pretty cool, too. I mean, it's not like Boom puts out a lot of bad properties. It's just, is it as popular as we want it to believe it is? A lot of cool covers, though. And that's why, again, if this property takes off, I dig the B covers from this series just because, of course, it has the legacy numbering. And this is the only one that can say the charge to 100 because it's the only one's keeping track of the numbering. But the 10 copy incentive by Inyuk Lee, 15 copy, 10 copy FOC, and your unlockable Virgin. So all the Virgin variants, basically, I think, are the ones to get. And it shows in every time that book comes out. Those are the ones I'm usually picking. 7 Secrets, number 17, 10 copy incentive, and the 25 copy incentive. As I spoke of earlier, adapt or die when it comes to Avatar books. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 292, cover B. So Nate says, sorry, they heard was beyond dumb story-wise. Well, you know, we got to kind of wait 3, 4, 5 issues for a full story arc to really see how stupid it is. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, though, 292, cover B. And then the Punch-In Cobra Commander and the Kicking of Baroness. Scarlet really is giving her the foot, man. It's Real American Hero Saturday Morning Adventures, number 3 of 4. The cover B, I don't know why they couldn't just show people the cover B. It's like it's hiding something. But the Real American Hero Saturday Morning Adventures, number 13 or number 3, 10 copy incentive. Let's hope they take Mel V's advice and give us Cold Slither, everybody. We'll see what happens. Artisan Wraith, of course, number 3 from Kill Lock. I think it's a cool book. And again, IDW doing a book that has no variants. Sonic the Hedgehog Imposter Syndrome's 10 copy incentive, of course, is the last issue of the 4-issue mini. And our own Geek Filter. And then 10 copy incentive from Last Spot Standing. So, again, 10 copy incentives from IDW. Some of these books are 10,000 copies or less ordered. 8 Billion Genies. Another one for you Frisian fans. Mojo, you win. You win. 8 Billion Genies, 50 copies, just one of those weird books. Noctera 10 cover B and the cover C. I just like those. And I think I accidentally deleted cover A when I cut those or copied those. Spawn, of course, with the cover B. You want your blank. Cover C by Keen. Scorched Matina. Scorched McFarlane. McFarlane, everybody. Batgirl's number 6, cover C, the Audrey Mock. And then cover D is your 25 copy Rion Gonzalez from Batgirls. So, I definitely think this is watercolor. Batman Urban Legends number 15, the cover B. Look, again, the dog is really what sells the cover there. Blood Syndicate. All of them. Again, one of these days, the milestone books are all just going to come to life, and people are going to be sorry they weren't there for it. Simonson, Jurassic League #1. I had to put it on here, even though I know Mel very much disagrees with that book. Naomi, Season 2, #3. So, in case you haven't noticed, by issue 3, they only have A covers, no variants. The Sandman Universe Nightmare Country #2. The Monhanini A cover definitely rips. This is crazy, though. And it's a foil. The John Boy Myers cardstock variant for Wonder Woman 787. And the White Wolf, everybody. And I forgot to put this in the Spec Inside section. The White Wolf is here. And it's not the one you want it to be. Captain America Symbol of Truth #1 with the Coipel variant. The Bustos Latveria variant. And then the Coipel Virgin. Like I said earlier, the actual video game variant happens in the book. And Stegman really didn't do too shabby here on this cover. It's pretty cool. Look, if you're a fan of the two of these guys beating the crap out of each other, then this is your book. King Conan #5 and the variant. All these covers... I mean, let's just be honest. It was the book of the week for multiple reasons. It was not only the cover of the variant here, but it was the fact that it had a lot of good stories inside. Also, not too shabby. The Wu variant. Look. I'm not a big fan of this What If Miles Morales stuff. But I know some people are. So I'm not going to crap on it. Unless it happens accidentally. X-Men #11. And again, I love Pepe Larraz. There needs to be more of this. More Larraz variants. The Carnero Stormbreakers variant was pretty cool. Lord of Brooklyn, I agree. Stegman should have done the interior as well. But then it would have been rushed and it wouldn't have been as good. X-Men 11, the Skrull variant. Look, if you're into the Skrull variant, that's cool. If you're into this Wernick trading card variant cover, then you know the preview art is very deceiving. Because as we all know, these trading card colors are for the heroes. This color is for the supervillains. And there's your Cordyceps. Cordyceps is just a weird villain, right? And that's going to wrap it up for the heat of the week, everybody. I like that stuff, but you may not. The next episode, again, is going to be one of these really weird ones on this channel, but check out the Raw Report. The next episode is going to be pretty cool. I've had some pretty cool pickups in the past couple of weeks. I might not have shown you any of them, but probably going to be about that time to do so. Now, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the next episode of the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, which the next full episode is going to be in 2 weeks. Next week is MegaCon night, so you know. The next episode of the Secret Variant is the FOC Variant Show to not catch the FOMO. You should subscribe to that one alone. All right, and the reason why I do this section right here is because, of course, there's some of you guys who don't pay attention to FOC. And then we'll go to your local comic shop this weekend. And, you know, well, I'm going to give you one last hope of getting your name down for that book. This is the FOC review, aka the Ghosts of Monday. Please stand by for awesomeness. So this is the list of books that I think have the most potential from the previous FOC. Astronaut Down #1's 15 copy incentive. Justice Warriors #1, cover B, 5 copy incentive, and the 10 copy incentive. Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest number 304, only because not only is it them in bikinis on the cover, it is also a Sabrina story and cover. And because Mighty Mel V loves Raza, this book right here has my interest on the cover alone. New Think, number 1. The Diodato Jr. variant, also not too shabby. Nolan Nerd in the house. My man, that is one of the sickest original villains for the X-Men in a while. And then here's Endangered number 1. This is your 5-copy Transformer homage. Why would I put that on there? Miss Meow number 1. I don't know, has Miss Meow appeared before? Because if not, that's a hell of a first appearance. And this is your Cohen foil variant. Rick and Morty Infinity Hour. So this is a story, of course, that takes place, according to this cover, when Beth was young, and that's Rick's wife. And this is one of the early Birdman stories. So you know it's probably good. Now, Wannabes number 1 is your cover A, and this is your cover B. This is a Scoot imprint. Okay, for all the you D&D fans out there, I know this Quest Aside number 1 second printing is probably something you're going to want to have if you're into the D&D thing. Nolan Nerd, I've got to go back and read that. I didn't pick up that book to read. But I know that there's a new group of villains that has been assembled, starting with Fei Long, that appeared in this run of X-Men number 1. Issue number 10 has Moira join them, and basically that goes over all of those things. But I think he has a kind of like a dirt thing. Grim Fairy Tales presents the swimsuit edition. So Grim Fairy Tales doing a swimsuit edition. Yeah, the covers are going to be like this. John Royale. And then here's your Santa Cruz cover D. So here is the Grimm number 1 second printing Flaviano. No incentive though. Jim Henson Storyteller Shapeshifters number 4. Yeah, Nolan Nerd, I got that X-Men series. I've flipped through it, but I have not caught up on it. But Jim Henson Storyteller Shapeshifters number 4 has his 25-copy incentive by Christian Ward. Magic the Gathering's 25-copy incentive by Del Mundo. Okay, Once and Future still killing it. Here's your 10-copy incentive. Dan Mora. Corona 25-copy incentive variant. Avatar Adapter Die in issue number 2. So this is one of those things, again, issue number 2 was on FOC before issue number 1 dropped. Meaning, if orders for issue number 1 were low, issue 2 is probably going to be about the same. Going to be pretty low. Keep an ear out. See how those do. Cyberpunk 2077 Blackout number 1. There's your cover A. And your cover B. Stranger Things Kamchatka number 3. And of all the 4 covers they put out, I think this one was the coolest. Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 6. 20-copy Besh Black, White, and Pink. Oh, that Lord of Brooklyn. I think barely anybody got that one because, you know. Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 6. The Lachey Limited Virgin. The FOC Lee Homage by Royale. And then the Virgin 11-copy FOC and the 11-copy Besh Virgin. All right, so G.I. Joe Saturday Morning Adventures number 404, cover A. Cover B. Oh, no Cold Slither. I'm sorry, everybody. We were keeping our fingers crossed, really, for that one. I really had a lot of hope they were going to do that. But maybe they're saving Cold Slither for issue 300. Star Trek Mirror War, Cisco cover C. The 25 copy incentive for a closet. And the 50 copy also. Just because a lot of people are weirded out by that. And look at that little guy right there, right? It's like one of those little, the little inks from Max. So this Wildcats homage, I just had to throw it in there. Jonathan Luna, the Phalanx. And then Spawn with the Scorched number 6 McFarlane variant cover. And your black blank. Stephen Platt. Alright, so what's the furthest place from here? Number 6 is 25 copy incentive variant. And then, of course, you know where it's headed from there. 1 per store. So these deluxe editions with the vinyl still continue to be very popular amongst collectors. But then the second press comes along. Has my music ended? Nope. It's there. But it's almost over. Which means the show's almost over. But that's fine. Action Comics 2022, annual number 1. This is your cover B, which of course is your homage to Action Comics number 1. I think it's pretty cool. So Aquaman Andromeda number 1 with Christian Ward giving you the A cover. And doing the interiors? Oh, what? Black label, so you know this is going to be dark. It's going to be a very, very dark story. Already looking at the barnacles on them. That's crazy. Brian Hitch giving you the B cover. 25 copy incentive variant. 50 copy Christian Ward foil variant cover. I think these are going to be in the deluxe format as well, meaning super big things. Alright, so DC Pride 25 copy Bartel foil. Justice League Road to Dark Crisis 25 copy incentive, the Sarmento cardstock variant cover. Nice House on the Lake issue number 9. Both covers, A and B. Shadow War Omega number 1, your one shot. Cover A by John Boy Myers. Cover B by Mikhail Janin. And look, it shows that they team up. Shadow War Omega number 1, one shot, 25 copy incentive. Amazing Spider-Man number 3, 100 copy incentive with the Sakura Spider. And then Ghost Rider number 1 going 3rd print. Number 2 going 2nd print. Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor number 1, the Stormbreakers variant cover. Just look, artistically, this was the best one of the bunch so far. This one also not too shabby, being a 25 copy incentive showing both Thors. And then this one, Thor and Clark, showing Jane Foster as Valkyrie still. Nice. Legion of X number 2. Marauders number 3. So the Legion of X was the variant. This is the A cover for Marauders. Savage Avengers number 2, Jenny Frisian variant. So one of those open order covers that's just like, thank you, Marvel. Let me get as many 9.8 candidate copies as I can get. I have a feeling that Savage Avengers is going to be very reminiscent of, like, I don't know, an Ant-Man variant, Psylocke. Spider-Gwen, Gwenverse number 2. And as you can see, the different costume variant here. Does Luke Skywalker and the Battle Poncho mean anything to anybody other than me? I know I'm still one of the few people collecting the John Tyler Christopher variants here, but I think it's pretty cool. And unfortunately, this is one of the variant covers that JTC did that is so lifelike that you can kind of see a little bit of the aftermath of the accident that Mark Hamill actually got into. Like right after he filmed A New Hope, he got into a bad accident. Like his face was like kind of messed up. And there's a reason why he looks a little different between the movies. Look it up. I bet you'd be like amazed by that stupid knowledge that I have. Thor number 26 with the Cola Pride variant. And then Wolverine number 20 with the second print Kubert variant cover. I like that second print Kubert variant, but the Kirkham is pretty fire too. So, all right, everybody, that's our show. And, of course, you know what that means. I would say come back and see me next week here, same time-ish, but you know that's not going to happen. Make sure that you are subscribed. See you next week sometime, possibly live from the floor at MegaCon. Some reasons to follow. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll see what happens. But I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. I appreciate you guys so much for keeping the content, moving here. And see you soon. Thanks for watching, everybody.